When Herb Greenwald commissioned Mies to build what would become the iconic buildings at 860 and 880 Lakeshore Drive, Greenwald reserved for himself this apartment. It's on the southeast corner of the 25th floor. On most days, it would be looking out over a beautiful expanse of Lake Michigan, the intake cribs, and Navy Pier. Today, unfortunately, is a little bit of a blah day, so we're dropping in some pictures so you can see what that view would really look like and why a couple would have come in the late 80s, early 90s and doubled down on this view. Or actually, they doubled up. They bought the same corner up one floor on 26 and combined the two into the only two-story residence in these Mies buildings. They did that with a stainless steel staircase that connects the two units. The staircase, and in fact the entire renovation inside, was done by an architect named Ron Crick, who in the few decades since he did this apartment has built many buildings in Chicago and elsewhere that are very publicly visible. But here, tucked inside 860 Lakeshore Drive, is this stellar example of his work. It's known as the stainless steel apartment not only because of the staircase, but because of many other stainless steel features we'll see throughout that pick up the stainless steel framing of the original windows. And then you can see that Crick was really working with the materials, going with the transparency that Mies originated. He's got glass screens, frosted and clear, glass doors. There's also glass in the stone flooring, in the terrazzo flooring, that picks up the reflectivity. There's black granite that goes with the black exterior of the building. Really a wonderful set of materials that you can imagine Mies using if he were working today. Because you have two floors, you can zone it. This upper floor is the adult floor. You've got the living room, and then behind us here is the master with some wonderful materials, the beautiful teak cabinetry, nice view out over the city, and then across from it is the master bath, surrounded in glass, frosted glass, but with a big black granite tub that appears to float there. And then across from the living room is an office, could be used for something else. It's separated from the space by this sliding frosted glass screen, which is a very Miesian element. There's a motif in Mies of sliding screens or sliding components. You see that throughout here, especially right here, where we've got a bookcase clad in stainless steel, you've got the granite below, and it looks as if I could just slide this farther down. The components all fit together in these built-ins. We're going to see a lot more of that downstairs. The staircase connects more than just the two levels. It's part of a long linear composition that pulls together many materials. It starts with the couch upstairs that we saw, comes around the handrails and the staircase to this wood landing, a banquette, a sideboard, and a dining table. If you look, they all fit together into one long composition. There's a modern take on a chandelier. These three panels over the dining table light up, and behind that division is what you'd use as a family room, where kids would fill with all their junk, and then two bedrooms beyond that. If you look, everything here has a very sedate palette. There are greens and blues, grays. They're all very simple. They look to me like the different moods you're going to see out on Lake Michigan over time. There are some bursts of color. There's this red bar above the living room, and this exuberant burst of color in the granite of the kitchen island. The kitchen is set here at the side of the lower floor, the 25th floor, but it's connected to the rest of the space. It's open to the rest of the space. There are these glass fins that both separate and connect us, and then we have a great view out over the lake. The lake, unfortunately, today is gray, but that brings us back to all the stainless steel. The kitchen is almost entirely stainless steel, the cabinetry, the appliances. It's a wonderful look, and today it's the same color as the lake.